It's 6:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Cigarette smoke in the toilet cubicle of a Jetstar flight heading from the Gold Coast to Sydney may have sparked its emergency landing in Newcastle last night. Crew reported a smell in the cabin, forcing the captain to land the plane at Williamtown Airport just before 6. Firefighters checked the plane over but couldn't find the source of the smoke. 3 buses were arranged to take passengers to Sydney, although some chose to stay overnight and fly this morning. The Hunter State Emergency Service is reportedly in crisis, with the Deputy Controller on stress leave, 3 senior officials sacked, and threats of a mass exodus of volunteers. The Herald reports some aren't happy with the new so-called aggressive management style of Regional Controller and former Army War veteran Amanda Williamson, who took on the top job in October last year, saying she's trying to run the service like the Army. Police are looking for a fisherman who approached a 14-year-old girl at Nelson Bay last Wednesday night before following her in his 4-wheel drive. Around 8 p.m, the girl was out running at Little Beach when she was approached by the man on a jetty, but she became afraid and fled when he spoke to her. She then saw him driving a champagne-coloured 4-wheel drive, which followed her into Gowrie Avenue, where she was able to hide. Ainsley Blackstone from police headquarters has this description of the man.
Described as being of Caucasian appearance, about 45 years old, with a tanned complexion and a medium build. The man was between 160 and 180 centimetres tall, with medium-length blonde or brown hair and a beard. He was wearing a high-visibility vest with reflective stripes on the back and black cargo pants at the time.
More than $100 million is expected to be put aside for Newcastle's light rail project in today's state budget. The new hospital plan for Medford is also likely to receive a funding boost. Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott McDonald, insists the government will strive to honour all its funding commitments to the region. Funding cuts to the Wallsend after-hours medical service from Hunter New England Health has caused outrage in the Hunter. The service is run by local GPs and was established after the closure of the Wallsend Hospital. Hunter New England Health says healthcare in the area has changed significantly and there are now lots of options for after-hours services. However, Wallsend MP Sonia Hornery says the cuts will burden Hunter hospitals.
The ramifications for the cuts for patients means that some people won't be able to access other services because they just won't be able to get there. They're not accessible enough, which means people are going to get sicker, or the people will turn up at the emergency departments and wait for many hours to get treatments that could have occurred at the Wallsend after-hours service at less cost to the community.
It's emerged a Mayfield man who led police on a high-speed chase early yesterday was banned from driving until 2042. Joshua Johnson has pleaded guilty to a range of traffic offences following the pursuit, which started when the 23-year-old overtook an unmarked police car in Maud Street. He's been refused bail and will reappear in court next month.
Sport for our sponsor, newcastlecheapestcars.com.au.
Newcastle Knights star Jake Memo believes his struggling team still has a bright future thanks to the wealth of youth in their side. Fans were disappointed yet again over the weekend as the club conceded a 10-point lead to lose to Cronulla at home, meaning the side have lost 9 of their last 10 games. Memo says he can understand the frustration, but the loyalty of their fans will be the motivation that keeps pushing the side.
Yeah, I can definitely understand the frustration, and I get frustrated myself, we all do, but in the end, we are trying as hard as we can, and we're going to keep trying as hard as we can for the fans, and we just hope they keep turning up for us, and we'll just do our best to win for them.
Newcastle Jets W League star and Matilda's vice-captain Emily Van Egmond is confident Australia's history-making win over Brazil at the World Cup means good things for women's football in Australia. The W League Player of the Year has competed in every second of Australia's games so far and is hoping for a win in the side's quarter-final clash against either Japan or the Netherlands on June 27th. Japan and the Netherlands will meet tomorrow morning to decide who will take on the Matildas, with Van Egmond saying whatever the outcome, it will be a tough game. And in motocross, Aberglasslyn local Toby Price defied an injured ankle to win both rounds of the Australian Off-Road Championship in Queensland on the weekend. That's sport. I'm Emily Crow.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 7.